2 songs, and Great Big God, that should be very familiar. And then we're going to sing He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. Okay, so sing out with us. You're a great big God, a very busy God, but you take time for me. You're a great big God, a very busy God, but you take time for me. You're always there, you really care. You're a great big wonderful God. One more time. You're a great big God, a very busy God, but you take time for me. You're a great big God, a very busy God, but you take time for me. He's got the whole world in his hands. The whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Got a little tiny baby, a little tiny babies in his hands. He's got the little tiny babies in his hands. He's got the little tiny baby in his hands. He's got the whole world in his. He's got you and me, brother. He's got you and me, brother. In his sister, you and me, sister. In his hands, he's got everybody, everybody. In his hands, he's got the whole world in his hands. 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 Great job. Okay, now hopefully by now you have seen the video about Elisha and the widow, and it can be a little bit of a sad story, but God showed his power by supplying her needs. So that's what we want to learn today. What we from the Elisha and the widow is that God can supply anything that we need. Kelsey's going to give an object lesson, and then I'll do the craft after that.
Hey guys! So, just like my mom said, our topic today is about God supplying their need. So I want you guys to think about different needs in your life that you know that you need God's help. So, first I'm going to start off with a piece of paper. And I'm going to ask you guys, do you guys think I can walk through this paper? Okay? You guys think so? Well, I think I can, and I'm going to show you guys how I can do it. Now, thinking that, okay, she says that she can walk through, now try to think, how do you think I will be able to walk through this paper? I'm going to even try it. Let's see. I don't think I can set it on the ground, right? I can't walk through it. Nope, not going to work. I need to actually go through this paper and walk through it. So, I will begin showing you guys this. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to just teach you guys about our story today. So our story today is about a woman, and she was a widow. Her husband died, and what she, it's kind of hard to focus and cut and talk at the same time, I just noticed that. But they were collecting, there was a tax collector, and he knocked on her door and he was needing taxes from her. Well, her husband was the one that worked, and so she didn't have any money because she was a widow. And so she told the tax collector, I don't have any money. So he gave her a few days, and what she is thinking, how am I going to get this money? How would you even get this money if you don't even have it? Like, where would you even begin? So she goes to the prophet Elijah, and and what he tells her to do is ask her neighbors to supply vessels for her, empty vessels. And what vessels are, they are just basically jars, so empty jars. And what she, all that she has, because she has nothing, all she has is oil. So what he tells her to do is, once she grabbed all the jars, what she did was she prayed, and God was able to use the little bit of oil that she had and fill up all the jars with oil. Now that sounds impossible, right? You're thinking, how could you have, she only just had a little bit of oil. How could she fill up all those jars? Well, it was God. And what she did with those jars is she sold the jars of oil, and she was able to make money, and she was able to pay her taxes. So I want you guys to think of that story and just think of anything in your life that you're like, God, I cannot, how am I able to get through this? How will you help me? And I want you guys to always remember that story and think that God will provide a way to help me, just like he provided a way to help the woman with the oil. Because I know for sure that I would not be able to take a little bit of oil and spread it out to a bunch of different vessels of oil. That's what's amazing about our God, is that he supplies our every need and he cares. God could have not worried about her problem, would have been like, and he didn't have to give her the oil, but what that proves to us is that God cares about the little things and about the big things in our life. And if we go to him and if we pray and we ask God, I need your help, I need you to provide this need for me, he will do it. And he has always been faithful to do it. There's countless stories in the Bible of God being able to supply people's needs. Okay, so here we go. What you guys have all been waiting for. Look at that. Now, do you guys think I'll be able to walk through? I walked through it, just like I told you guys. So, a lot of times we look at a situation, and this might be our need, the situation that we're dealing with, and you look at this paper and you're like, how am I supposed to walk through it? And this is what I think of, like, you have a situation and you're thinking, God, there is no way I'm going to be able to walk through this. But God looks at this piece of paper and he knows what he can do and how he can make it possible. And our minds are so limited. Think of the big God that we serve. And he's able to take something so simple as this and create this and make a way for us to get through and face our problems. And not face our problems alone either. He is always with us. So my mom is going to have a little craft. It's going to be a little different than what we typically do because she has it prepared for you. So go ahead and take a look over there.
Okay guys, I found my old recipe, and when I was younger, I used to always make this. I started out, I work in the preschool, and the kids love this. We had to watch though that they didn't eat it. And I thought you guys would enjoy this, because when I was thinking about the story, the fun thing is I thought, you know what? I'm making clay, and I'm going to let you do whatever you want with it. But here's what I was thinking. You know what? I'm going to make a vessel, and to think about how God supplied. Let's think. You might think, you know what the cool thing about, another thing with Kelsey's object lesson was that you might feel like, oh, I don't have much to give to God. Well, that's what that widow felt like. She goes, I only have a little bit of oil, but God took it and he made something great out of it. So, I'm going to give you some Play-Doh. I'm going to give you guys each some, and I made it, and I actually cooked it. When we're together sometime again, I might show you how I did it. But I cooked it actually on the stove, and it's a little bit hot at first. So, there's my little, here's my little pot. I mean, you can think about what God did. You can do whatever you want. And the cool thing about is this Play-Doh, cream and tartar is the secret. And so it keeps it really soft. But what you guys have to do, like with any Play-Doh that you even buy in the store, you have to put it back in the bag and seal it, and it will last a lot longer. So you can play all week, and you can be creative and do whatever you want with it, okay? But the only thing is it get hard and dry. Okay, we're gonna say prayer, and then we're gonna close for today. Thank you, Jesus, that you love us so much, that even though you are great and you are so powerful, that you care about just our little needs. And you are aware of where we are in this great big world, but you know what we need. And if we just ask, you will supply our needs. We thank you that you love us and that you always take care of us. Amen. Bye, guys. We'll see you again